Hello Airfix fans and welcome back to another episode of Flight Deck. My name's Nathan and I'll be your captain on this journey. Christmas is only a week away, so we're feeling particularly festive on this month's episode. On this month's episode we take a look at some of the highlights from the past year, I build a festive Jaguar and we take a look at the photography event we held last month. I'm Nathan, we're Airfix and this is Flight Deck. You may remember last year on the channel, Mike built a Christmas Spitfire. This year, I wanted to have a go myself. Now, I should preface this by saying that I'm not much of a modeller. I've had a little go before. I've only ever built one kit before, actually, and I'll show it on screen now. And as you can see, it's not too great. So I was a little bit nervy going into this, but I decided to go for a Christmas Jaguar because I thought it'd be a nice pairing of Santa's Spitfire and Santa's Jaguar. So my plan was I wanted to make a red and gold Jag with skis on top. So I start my build by putting down a base coat of primer because obviously with the starter sets they come in coloured plastic. This one is a green colour, which is perfect if you're trying to build a green Jaguar E-type, but of course I'm building a red one. So I had to spray that with primer and then spray it red. And then any details and stuff like that, I had to spray gold, and then for example, the finer details like the engine underneath, I have to brush paint a gold colour. So actually what was really helpful was I would watch the how-to videos, which are on our YouTube channel. So the Jaguar E-type has got how-to video, which is really helpful for the stuff you kind of wouldn't think about. For example, for me, what I really struggled with my first build is glue, and as you can tell, there's a lot of glue on the bottom of it. But this one was a lot easier because in the video, was shown how to apply it by using a little bit of card from the box, and that is really, really useful for the finer details like the bumper and stuff like that. And it made the application a lot easier. So I managed to get some skis off a Scalextric set, which is very useful as Scalextrics are in the same building as us. And I was kind of really struggling of how to make the skis, and it was really lucky that that came along, and I had to again spray them with some primer and spray it gold and then paint on the red stripes and stuff like that. And at that point, it kind of was finished. And actually, I'm pretty pleased with the result. I mean, there's obviously some details that you might be able to see and that I can see that need some improvement, but for a second build, really, I'm pretty pleased. As Christmas is only a week away now, this video may be too late to invite you to take on a similar challenge of your own. But if you have a starter set in your stash that you haven't got round to building yet, this may be a great excuse to do so. Have a go at making a Christmas Sherman or a Christmas Hawk or whatever you fancy. If you do build one, please share on social media or even on YouTube if you fancy it. It's been a busy year on YouTube for Airfix, so let's take a look at the best bits from the last year.
Yeah, the event's gone really well. I think a lot of people are quite excited, and we've got the plastic parts here. It's just nice to see it and have the presentation and then see it after. I mean, for those people who get to see it, they're quite lucky. I'm Paramjit and I'm a senior designer for Airfix, and I'm the designer for the Airfix 148 Buccaneer. We're here today to show off the Buccaneer for the first time. We've got a stand and then we're going to show it to customers for the first time, and then we've got one Buccaneer behind me that's going to be starting off his engine, which is going to be quite nice. And then there's another one on my left that's going to be doing a taxi run, so nice to have the 48 Buccaneer along with the 1-to-1 Buccaneer.
fans, welcome to the first ever episode of Sprue Talk.
Sticks in my mind is Carl's Warrior tank.
We are going back the 48th one. Yeah.
And I remember sitting in the back garden in the sun going through, there's only going to be one, I was almost going to say there, but I'll just say, well, there's not going to be one error there.
You did.
And I went...
The other week we held a photography event with the team at Spitfires.com. It was a fantastic experience for us, and we hope if you came along it was for you too. Here's a quick look at the event. If you did come along to our Spitfire photography event, please do share your images with us by tagging us on social media. If you didn't manage to get a ticket to this one and would like to come to any potential future events, make sure you're following us on our social media and of course subscribe to this YouTube channel to know when our next photography event is. A huge thank you to Spitfires.com for having us and to everyone who attended. For the last time this year, let's take a look at some of your kits from the past month. First up, the 72nd scale P51D Mustang by Jay Evans. A fantastic 1/72nd scale British Phantom FG1 by Robert Bonsaz. A superb 1/48 scale Hurricane Mark 1 by Paul Webb. A magnificent 48 scale Sea Fury by Anthony Bexey. And finally, a 1/72nd scale Hawker Hurricane Mark 1 by Sprue.Therapy. That's all we have time for on this month's episode of Flight Deck. From me and everyone at Airfix, we wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Nathan, over and out.